Gemara tells us about this story, some weird story. It's a story about Rav, the name of this rabbi. Rav, that's his like a nickname, like they call him Rav. He asked his wife to cook him some food, some like a potatoes, let's say. And she cooked him batata. You know what is a batata?
Sweet potato.
Sweet potato. So he asked her to cook him sweet potato, and she cooked him potato. She did opposite what he asked. Not what he asked. He did something, other things. And his son, and she did purpose and to did something bad to him. And his son Rabbi Chia, when he started to say to his mother, "Mommy, Daddy, Father asked to cook him sweet potatoes," and she cooked potatoes, but he really wanted potatoes, but son changed. Father wanted to eat potatoes. He said to his son, "Go to your mother and say that I want potatoes." Son said to his mother, he wants sweet potatoes.
Aye.
And she did potatoes.
So he got
What he want, yes. And then father said to him, "No, it's not good idea." When he said to his son, "You see, your mother became better." He says, "No, it's I change your request." So he says, "No, you shouldn't do that. It's better that she will do opposite." And
so the son was thinking about doing this.
Yeah.
He was trying to make peace.
Mm-hmm. So he says it's not good to lie. So continue. I'll eat my sorrow potatoes, but I will eat And when his son grew up, his wife also was bad to him, and he was good, very good to her, and he loves her. Shalom. And his father asked him, "No, how you manage with your wife?" He says, "It's enough. She is not the best, but it's enough. For me, it's good." That is the story. Now we try to understand why. Why for them it was good enough, and they were satisfied, though they were bad women. They bad wife, not bad women, but bad wife. There is very important principle in marriage. The principle says, just note, when I talk to you, I also learn. So I have all kind of ideas in the middle of our conversation. So one of the important principles in family, that your marriage is the most important thing in the world. It's more important than your career, your work, your children, anything else.
More than the children.
More than children, of course. Yes, more.
For the man, for the husband and the wife?
When husband and wife, yes. That should be the most important thing in your life. And how do we know that? I told you about. You want to say something? No. Yes, souls, of course. But you remember, once we talked about that. That's why. But I'll remind you. We ask, what's the most important thing in the world, in all our life? Torah, Chazal says. Talmud Torah keneged kulam. Torah, the most important thing in the world. And what's the most important thing in Torah? Ve'ahavta lecha kamocha. Rabbi Akiva says to love your neighbor, your wife. So the most important thing in their life, it's the Torah, it's marriage. And when you remember that, when you concentrate on that, a lot of other things, they became not so important. So she did these potatoes, these sweet potatoes, that potato, nothing important. You're concentrating on something main thing, the main thing in your life. And also we have to say it's always there are certain things that we will be not satisfied in our marriage. Always. There is no ideal woman, ideal wife. There is no ideal husband. In any person, there is something dark side of his personality, of his character. Everybody has something not so good. And we learn how to concentrate on something that main thing in his personality. Usually, I think majority of people, they have 70% good things and 30% 20%, 80-20. This is the great thing.
If you can say, I think it's also different what potentially we have that is good, and then what we do. So maybe we can be like over 90% good, but we look like we are 70%. And
yes,
there is, of course, maybe some stuff sadly cannot be changed, even though I think maybe it can be changed. But I don't know, of course, who I am to say.
mm-hmm.
But there's also a big difference between what we do as good and what we could do as good that we can. It's part of our nature, but we don't do.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you're right. But majority of people, I'm talking about that most of the people that they don't work on themselves, that they not try to be better all the time, and then majority of the people, they have this 80-20, normal people, good people, 80-20. So yes, she has some bad part of character, but we learn how to love her with their those things. And there is one of the biggest psychologists in our time today. His name Martin Seligman. He is a psychologist in Princeton or Harvard. Princeton, mm-hmm. And he built some new approach in psychology that calls positive psychology. All psychology is really negative psychology. Why? Because you have some problem. So we'll learn how to fix your problem. What does mean positive psychology? That let's look something good things that make you better, make you good. Something that improve you, good things. That's something that you should look not only some your mistakes or your false flaws. It's like
No, FLAW. FLAW.
AW.
Gam.
Flows. Mm-hmm. Yes. It's so he says there are three things that they most important things in our life that makes us happy. What makes us happy? What brings happiness? There are There are three components of happiness. First, it's that you feel that your environment, people that around you, that they appreciate you. Appreciate. Okay, social appreciation. Second, it's your feeling of self-fulfillment, that you there is a word like that you did something important, you in your life. It's not just waste of your life. You did something important. You feel that you contribute something to people. You did something. You revealed your potential and this and that. It's second. And third, it's your love, good marriage. And he says that in those three things, marriage is most important thing.
Which is the second one?
Second is your self-fulfillment. And why marriage is most important? He says, even if people appreciate you and you feel that you discover some new laws in physics or you did something great, but if you have if you don't have good relationship or you have bad connection with your family, your wife, you won't be happy really. You'll be important, you'll be famous, you'll be rich, you won't be happy. Happiness only when you have good marriage, good relationship with someone.
So you can be happy also if you're just with good marriage, but without having a
No, it's not.
So
If you have only good marriage, you can be still not so happy. You'll feel frustrated and all kind of things.
So we need all the trees to be happy.
You need three, but the most important is marriage. Now, when
I know for myself,
mm-hmm.
when I'm going out with a woman for a decent amount of time, I feel a lot better. And then when I'm not, I'm not in Tikaon, but it's Tikaon.
Be'ezat Hashem. Now I'll tell you some story about people come to me for counseling. So I'll tell you stories from my practice. One day, some couple came to me that a woman, like a wife of this couple, she's artist and something special artist. She artist in sand. She make pictures with sand. It's called sand artist. Sand artist. And it's very rare things. She's special and this and that, and she's talented. And now she was invited into London and in some exhibition, and she want to make career and all that. And I said to her, it's very important what you do. I appreciate things that you do. You probably special, really. If they invite here in London and some exhibition, okay. But everybody, a lot of people, not everybody, but most of the people, a lot of people, they pass in their life a crisis of 40 years old. What it is, crisis of being 40 years? When you are 40, you suddenly understand that not all your dreams will come true. You understand in 40s that you'll never be probably pilot on some pilot or some important artist or psychologist or singer, it's already no chance. In 60s, you don't have this feeling because you already find what you are really. But until 40, people have all kind of fantasies, what they will be. They can be this and that. Everything is open for in front of him. Everything he can be. When he is 20, when he is 25, 30, he can be everything. But in 40, he understands, no, that's it. And she's in 40s, and she understands that it's her last opportunity in her life to be something special, something famous, something express herself, and all those things like this. She has already 3 children, and they are already more or less grown up. And now, what she'll do? It's last moment of her life. So I ask her, listen, let's think about if you are really now artist and you'll be famous and in London and in New York and you'll travel, what will be when you'll be 60s, in 60 years old? You probably will stay alone because they'll divorce. Her husband doesn't want that she'll go all the time in all those places. You'll divorce and you'll be alone. In Hebrew, sand, it's the same word like secular. And it's the same word also like in abroad. Hol and hul. And it's, you see, so you'll play a lot games in secular life and you'll be in hul. So that's what you prefer? And she says, and what's alternative? What you suggest, that I'll be housekeeper all my life? I say, no, do everything that you want. You want to be doctor, you will be artist, you want to be everything that you want. But you should always remember that your family, your marriage, your husband, it's above everything. There is some priorities. There is something that that you can do everything, but that there are things more important. For example, about priorities. Some couple try to go, young couple, they try to go to to concert, and their child, let's say 5 years old, 4 years old, he's sick, and but he went to sleep, and they invite babysitter, and they want to go to concert. And suddenly, before they all watching crying baby, crying child, so they brought her in some extreme situation if something happened, but she cannot treat child 4 or 5 years old. So they cannot went. They start to come him back at sleep, and they give some like acamol, or they try to change his diaper or something. Okay, he went sleep. They try to go. Again he's crying. Again they cannot go. Again they start this and this, and that happened 2, 3 times, one after the other. And they say, wow, oof, oof. And they stay at home because time of concert, it's past. But think about the same situation, but they understand that their more important thing for them is their child. Not concert. They will be in the same. They'll do the same things. Everything will be the same except for one. They will not. They won't say oof, oof. They won't sorry. Say okay, beside. When you have your say list of priorities, and this is in the head of your priorities, you're not sorry. You say, okay, this is my choice. And she says, this woman, she says, but in this situation we cannot improve, we cannot reach anything in our life. We always will be like a mediocre. We will always will be like never something special.
The artist.
The artist, yes. I say, okay, but you choose. It's your choice. You choose your way. You decided that you want to sacrifice your family life for your career. Okay, you should know that when you'll be 10 years later, when your children will be grow up, and you have to explain to them that we divorced because I felt I didn't have enough space in our marriage. That's what you'll say to your children, and they'll say, you did such a terrible thing. You break our childhood, our life, our everything. Why? You didn't feel enough space. You understand that it will be like such a great shame. Why? Because he didn't understand me. It's such a childish reason to divorce. And that's why Torah teaches us that have to be in the head of our priorities, list of our priorities. That about one rabbi, his name was Rabbi Rahumi. This Rabbi Rahumi, he used to learn in a yeshiva of his rabbi all year. He didn't come to his home all year, just for festival, for holidays, he used to come. And he learned in his second floor of his yeshiva. He see his wife, and he forgot. And he continued to learn more and more and more. And she knew that he is coming for festival, and he didn't come. So here it's written here, she started to cry. Her tears drop down, and this second floor that he learned there also will fall down, and he died. He died. This is the story. Because of her tears, the floor fall down. Floor, his ceiling was collapsed. Chazal says, why Chazal says this story? Yes, it's good that you have your career, but it shouldn't be the most important thing in your life. There is something more important, and that is you're married. Now we learn it was 8 principle of Shechina between you. third, that respect, it's more important than love in family life. Respect each other. It's important, love, but it's not enough. Respect each other. 4, it's you have to want what she need. And best thing is there are 5 things that we should give. First, it's good words that we say to each other. Second, it's time that we spend together. Not just we go together for shopping. No, time that we give together. We sit together. We like quality time. Yeah. Third, it have to be physical connection. And not only sexual life, also just physical connection, hugging, kissing, touching, just like in the hand. It's something physical contact. It's third. 4, it should be should be present. And 5th, it's something that you do for her. Not because you do something together, you enjoy something together with her. No, you do something special for her. Like she cook for you, she make some laundry for you, and you you fix something kind of things that you do it for her. You like with hammer, you do something there in your house. You do something for her. She needs something, her help. You do it something for her. Those 5 things that they should be in family life.
What are the first 2?
First, it's good words that you say, and second, it's time, quality time that you spend together. You like a devoted, you say, no, devoted her time for her time, you say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that is 4th rule. 5th rule is that any conflicts that we have, conflict between us, there are 50-50. There is nobody guilty, nobody bad guy and good guy. There is no such a thing. We try to solve our problem, not to blame each other. It's 5th rule. 6th rule is you shouldn't educate her. You shouldn't improve her, check her, fix her, nothing. You have to love her. There are things that it's difficult to you. Okay, you can ask a favor, not demand, not educate. You and as less favors you'll ask, it's better. But sometimes it's so difficult, so you can ask a favor. It's 6th rule. 7th rule, you shouldn't neglect when you make it belittle someone. Lactin, yeah. Belittle here in any situation, in any you not agree. You can be in argument and all kinds of things, but you in conflict, but not belittle here, and opposite also. It's 7th rule. And 8th, last rule that we talk about now, until now, it's always marriage in the head of your list of your priorities. And that's why when he says Potatoes, sweet potatoes, not sweet. It's stupid to talk about those things. Salt potatoes, sweet potatoes, sour potatoes. It's shtuyot. Shtuyot. We shouldn't never talk about those kind of things. And I'll tell you one of the ideas that there is in Chassidut. In Chassidut, they say like this: if the mediocre, you say mediocre person can be mediocre person, he loves mediocre people. But righteous person, but not right. In righteousness, there are two levels. There is absolutely righteous and the just righteous. Tzaddik gamur, but tzaddik sheino gamur. It means not absolute righteous, but not absolute righteous. So righteous person love not only mediocres, he also can love rasha, like an evil person, but not absolutely evil. Rasha gamur. There are 5 levels of people. Like 2 levels of evil people. He evil, but not absolutely evil. There is absolutely evil. There is mediocre, and there is also righteous and absolutely righteous. So righteous person can love even not only mediocres, but also evil person.
Not super evil.
But not super evil, yeah. And only super righteous can love super evil. So you have problem with your wife. She's probably not super evil. She's just evil. Probably not even evil, right? So that you have problems, it's not because you are so good. It's because you're not good enough, right? You should be super. If you'll be super righteous, you can love even her that she is super bad.
Almost mediocre.
Yeah, almost mediocre. Yeah. So don't talk about her. Don't think about her. It's you should think about yourself. She has 20% something bad things. Okay, yes. You also have something 20, 25, 30. If more than 30, you're already not normal. No, really, the people, they're not. It's difficult to live with them. It's not normal people. They are not regular people. But normal people, they move from 30% bad things, 80% bad things. So if you work in the same situation, you both of you, you try to learn how to build your Jewish family, you have more chances that you'll be 90% good things. And that is our goal. And in this situation, really, Shekhinah, Shuriya,